Hello everybody! Welcome to another episode of Vesper's Retro Reviews! I'm Ramsis.
And I'm TheVespor.
And we're here for another solo playthrough of Vesper. It's another Can Vesper Do It challenge. That's right. And today it's going to be Time Pilot, that old school arcade from Konami 1982. We're playing a newer version, but it's the same exact game. We're not going to make him go all the way to 2001. We're going to go midway. Can he beat 1910? Can he beat 1940? Can he beat 1970? So 3 time periods out of the 5 in the
I want to go back to the 80s, if you haven't already known. So
that's my goal. In the 80s, right. So 1982, we think it's either 82 or 83. It was different in each version. We think for this one's 82. Sometimes Vesper will have a little bonus challenge. He likes to challenge himself. So this time he wants to do it again. He wants to see if he can do this on his first attempt. Try to get to 1982 on his first attempt. That's the first challenge. If that all fails, then it's make it to 1982 until we've had enough and that's it, or he successfully does it. So those are the 2 challenges for this episode of Can Vesper Do It?
Now, just a little history here. I remember this game from way back in the day, and I'll tell you right now, I didn't like it back then. Why did I not like it? It turned into a bullet hell type game, and I am not good at those games. So
it's a tough game, and I'll just give you a second of history. Vesper doesn't like too much of the history, but just so you guys know, this was developed by Konami. It was released worldwide. It was actually distributed in the U.S. by Century. That's a very famous arcade coming from the 80s. And it was your typical shooter. You went through different time periods. That was the idea. You're a pilot from the future. I think the future being 2001. Yeah, real futuristic. But you're going back in time to take care of all these evil forces. And once you beat like a boss or a main character, then you're zoomed into the next time period. So very simple game, but very tough game, and that's why we're doing it here. You do get extra lives when you reach 10,000 points per every 50,000 scored, and that's it. You know, that's Time Pilot. It was on many systems on the home market. I actually had it on the ColecoVision. Lots of fun. If you want a very good, accurate version, play the Coleco version. But today we're going to do a port of the arcade version. It's not through MAME, but it's still an arcade accurate version of it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Let's start her up, and that's the challenges for today. Do it on his first attempt, or do it until we've said that's enough, he can't do it. Make it to 1982. That's the.
I'm pretty sure I can make it to 1982. The challenge for me is trying to do it on 1 quarter.
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. Vesper likes the challenges. That's why we do Can Vesper Do It. Ready, set, and go! Here we are. So we start in 1910, so that's our first year.
You know, having a fighter jet back in 1910 seems a little overpowered.
Well, we're a futuristic fighter jet, by the way.
Hey, did you know there was actually a movie about a aircraft carrier going back to World War II?
No, I didn't.
And they used aircraft, the F-14 Tomcat.
Look out for the missile. Yep. Oh, and then you can rescue these parachuters. They're extra points, and you want points because you get extra lives in this game. And since he's doing a 1 quarter challenge, he wants to get all the points he can get.
So, the group, I should not say group, should the audience here know exactly what movie I'm talking about? The time-traveling aircraft carrier?
I have no idea what it is, so maybe the audience can give it a second to think about it. Alright, time is up. What is the answer? That's what movie?
Countdown.
Alright, there you go. Countdown. Hopefully you guys at home knew that. But now, as you can see, this is very time specific. So you have these old biplanes from 1910. You can see how old
which are able to challenge my futuristic jet aircraft. I want to point this out.
Yeah, 1910, they had better technology in the airplanes than we realized.
And they're launching bombs out of them into the air instead of throwing them over the side.
Whoa, look up for this. So if you get all these, you get points too. So remember, he wants to get points to get extra points in this game. It's very
That's important. The only way I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And because I'm trying to challenge myself, if you haven't noticed yet, folks, I'm actually trying to be careful here. I'm not taking too many chances.
Yeah, he's got to be careful for a change. You know, in our co-ops, he's not as careful as he is in this game. Right?
That's right, because I don't care about quarters. I'm not challenging myself. I'm just there to have a good time.
Alright, so now the goal is, you see on the bottom right of the screen there, you have that little display. It's almost faded out. When you fully have that picture faded out, the boss is going to show up, and your goal is to destroy the boss, and that's how you get to the next time period. So he's doing very well. Yep, there's the boss. So it's a blimp in 1910. The boss is a blimp in 1910.
Woo!
You gotta keep firing at it. Yeah, there you go. Alright, you got the boss. So that takes care of 1910, and that's pretty much how the game's going to go, but the enemies do get harder. So now we're in 1940. And we have a nice clear cyan sky, or whatever color it is, like a teal or a cyan.
I'm trying to figure out how high are we up, and am I actually rescuing the people that are trying to kill me?
I don't know. And we have mini bosses, so I guess we're in World War II now here.
Yes.
And we have these little jets that you can destroy for points. So you go 1,500 for that. And then you have the parachuter.
Oh, come on.
So again, it's the same goal. You see on the bottom right of the screen here, we have the display showing how much of the ships you have to destroy.
Come on.
Also show up. So we have 5 ships left. So he has to not destroy 5 ships, but remove the pictures of the 5 ships. That's the goal. That's his first life left. But he got extra guys, so he's doing well here. He has 4 left now. Alright, so the more you destroy, the more those pictures on the right fade away, and that's your goal. You want to destroy so many ships that the bullets finally shows them. Look out! And then you want to get these mini boats because they fire a lot and they get points. Oh, there you go. Alright, so you got 1,500 for that. So, let's see. Alright, so he's about to get another... Alright, 50,000 he's at. Wow, he's doing well.
Yep, if I can get to the 70s and then to the 80s, my final destination, I could be on Starcade and show off my
show off your time pilot skills.
That's right. Oh my god.
Another mini boss. Okay, let him go.
Not out of...
Oh! And
come on!
The propeller got him on the back.
Come on!
Alright, down to 3 lives. Here we go.
What are those 2 little airplanes down there below the pictures? You see them?
Yeah, you know, I don't know what those are. I see you have 3 lives, and then I see that maybe they're rescued.
What the?
Oh, the big ship got you. Maybe those. We'll see. I'll see if that ever disappears, and we'll see what you did to make it disappear.
I come through, do the first level like a boss, and then I'm just.
The second one's eating you. Really?
I tell you, this plane here, this time.
Oh no, he's down to 1 life now.
This time fighter stinks.
It's falling apart here in the 70s, or the 40s, around the 40s. Falling apart in the 40s.
Doesn't get very good gas mileage. Now does it, folks?
There's the mini boss. Can he go? There he goes. Alright, so the boss should be showing up. So this is going to be a large jet he's going to have to beat here. And there it is. So
a large jet, it's just a...
left propeller plane.
What?
Like it's a passenger jet or something. Oh! Well, look out. Alright. Well, there he goes. Alright.
Oh,
time warp. And he got
Lord.
another extra life for that, so we're up to 2 lives.
Woo!
So here we are, 1970 now. So now we're fighting helicopters. So now it's really getting dangerous here.
Oh my gosh.
They have homing missiles.
Alright, so folks, in the 1970s, you remember their helicopters being able to take on temporal time craft?
Well, with homing missiles they can.
Oh no! This is going to be hard, folks.
What? Right, 1 life left.
What?
I don't know what happened there.
They hide in the clouds, folks. To quote a famous line from Warcraft 2, they came from behind. Which is also from another movie, but I'm not going to talk about that here.
No, you gotta focus on the gameplay.
I am focusing on my gameplay. I'm focusing on how much I hate this game.
Don't say it. You say you like the game, then it might be nice. And then never mind. Alright, so there you go. He was not able to beat the first challenge. Let's give it X here. There you go. We're putting the big X on the screen. He did not beat his first challenge, which was beat it on his first attempt. So that's it. The challenge is over. Now we're going to let him have a few attempts to try to do this without any restrictions. If he can get to 1982, then we're going to say it's a success. If he can't, then that's it. Failed challenge. So here we go. There's no continuing. You start over from the beginning every single time you play this.
Did I mention that's why I hate this game?
And we're back in 1910 again to do it all.
What? God's green earth was that?
Alright, so they dropped the bomb on him when he wasn't paying attention. These 1910 prop planes are... I don't know how a prop plane would be able to beat the futuristic...
Very easily.
Yeah, I guess so. Just drop bombs. Okay, so this is attempt number 2. Look out.
Oh, good lord.
Alright, so remember, the goal is to get all those planes to disappear.
Come on, come on, come on. What? Where those... What?
Down to 2 lives.
Where did those bombs come from? There's no planes on screen.
I think it was bullets that they threw.
It was a bomb that closed and killed me.
No, they have bullets too, so.
No, I'm talking about that came from the sky.
I don't know. Alright, so... You need some extra points now because you need some lives to get back into it.
Great googly moogle.
Oh, it must mean what level you're on. Yeah, that's what that means, because we're on level 1. That's what those little pictures in the bottom mean. We're on level 1, so you have 1 little propeller plane. Alright, so it means levels. That's what it means. It's so you can keep track of what level you're on.
Oh, good. We figured it out.
Yeah. Not
Holy
that,
crap. Whoever designed this thing, that biplanes can outfly you, outkill you, you have failed at ship design, sir.
Well, maybe they were better in 1910 than we really. Alright, so, yep, you got it. Alright, here we go. Entering the warp now. There we go. We're heading into the future. We're now in 1940, stage 2.
Why are we are we just arbitrarily jumping to random timelines? I'm kind of confused here on this.
I don't know. I'm assuming that there's a mission that we have to save the timeline by destroying certain bosses in certain times or something like that.
Yep, I guess.
But I'm guessing there's a story. There really is a story here. We're just making it up as we go along. They don't really tell you what the story of the game is.
That is correct. I'm going, what is going on here? Why is this level, like, easier than the first? I'm so confused.
And then on bombs. All they have is new mini bosses. That's the addition they made on this.
And they really just give me free points.
Yeah. Here we go. 1,500 for the
I approve of this.
Alright, it's destroying everything. He has 3 ships to destroy here. And pictures, that is. It's one of the 3 ships, but he has to remove 3 pictures there.
That's right.
2 pictures to go. Another mini boss. Got him.
Wow, that was, that mini boss wasn't that good. No?
Nah, not very... We can
Die!
find all different levels of sky here, so yeah, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah, the G-forces would have killed us.
Yeah, I know, we're like, really, man.
But, I mean, they should have also killed these poor people, other pilots, and blacked
Well,
out.
especially in 1940, they didn't have the technology. These different levels.
I guess. Oh, look, it's the boss.
There's the boss. Alright, so it's that, Vespor planning it. Oh, he almost got back there, but he got... Oh, bullets. Got for the bullet. Oh! No.
But he has to circle.
Yeah, he'll have to circle. There you go. And an extra guy for that. So he has 4 guys to get to this level. I think we're in good shape here.
Woo!
So 1970, he has to get all the helicopters. Here we go, and then he'll complete this.
With the stupid homing things.
Yep.
Which means you have to...
Homing missiles. 1970s technology. Alright, it's doing well now.
I'm trying to... do that.
Yep, destroy the missile.
Oh, come on. God bless. Doggone.
But that's already, he has 3 guys excuse me, he has 3 guys left and only 4 helicopter rolls to remove here. I think he's in very good shape. I think we're gonna have a success in this second.
Don't jinx me.
Alright, never mind. Okay.
Oof. Oof. I need to kill.
Woo! Up the missile. There you go.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, there's the boss.
A Chinook?
Oh, he was about to be. Alright, but he has 2 guys to do it. I think we're in good shape. And then he's going to continue on. We'll see how far he can get to the next level here. Uh-oh.
Dang it.
Alright, focus. I'm not going to say another word.
Oh, got it.
There you go.
Woo!
Alright, so challenge completed. We're going to give him a check mark right here. He did it. He got to the 3 stages. Now we're in 1982. He's going to go on. We're going to see how far he can go here now. So now we're fighting futuristic 80s, Jess. Boy.
That all fire homing freaking missiles.
Wow, I don't remember this from 1982.
Yeah, I don't remember this either.
We had this in 1982. Alright, keep going. Look out for the missiles.
Well, if you notice how you have to fly in this, it's called in circles.
Yeah, just keep circling around, circling around.
The only way to cut off the angles of these stupid...
Futuristic 80s shit.
No, these...
Alright, but challenge completed. That was the goal.
Oh,
He did it.
good lord.
Didn't take long, but still, you can see that was a challenge. He barely cut there.
Oh my god.
So, 1 challenge not completed, 1 challenge successfully completed. So we're going to give him the check mark. The goal is to just get 1 of his challenges, and he did it. So, that was Time Pilot. It's a fun game. And you have 5 different time periods where the enemies just keep getting harder and harder. That was 1982, where the jets are getting very futuristic and they're zooming over, flying over. And then you get to 2001, where, you know...
I'm going to tell you right now, folks. Without continues, this game's a pain. But don't forget, this is a 1982 game, so there's not much to it. This isn't like Centipede or any of the other earlier games. This one actually tried to be a fun, different little game. But once again, they broke one of the cardinal sins I have for any type of gaming from the arcade. No continues. Absolutely despise it. It was not fun in Contra. It's not fun in this.
I agree, yeah, and it's an older game, so I think, you know, in the later 80s, you're going to see games that have unlimited continues, so they want to keep playing. But in the early 80s, it was all about, here's the game, go play it. You lost, oh, you have to do it all over again. Because that was like the Pac-Man Space Invaders formula. You know, those are like the earlier games where the idea was you bought your one play, here you go, oh, you didn't do it, all right, now you got to try it again. That was the idea of these earlier games. And I think they learned later on that people want to continue. They want to beat the game. They're invested now. Let me beat the game. And I think Time Pilot would have been a good game. Because Moon Patrol, which we already played in a earlier TheVespor Do It episode, as you may or may not remember, they gave you the option to continue as much as you wanted, and they made a fortune by doing that. It cost us 21 quarters. So I think Time Pilot would have benefited greatly if they let people continue on their adventure.
Well, the thing is, though, if there's only being 5 levels, you could probably beat this in like less than $1.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can go through all 5 time periods and very easily. I mean, I remember playing this on Coleco. I was able to get through all 5 time periods on that version. Right, before we wrap it up, any last thoughts on this game? We're about to get out of here, so what is your thoughts on thoughts on this game? What do you think?
A very simplistic game, simple idea, and it was done all right. As a younger kid, when I played this, I despised it. This, as an adult, not nearly as bad since I got to know all the tricks and the trades as I lived through the 80s and learned all of the gaming tricks. So,
oh, yeah. So what would you give this on a scale of 5? With 5 being the best and 1 being the worst?
But I'm going to say that there's a caveat to that scale. For an early 80s games, I'm going to give this a 3-star.
Okay.
Above average, it's fun, and it's one of those rare ones where you can actually beat it.
I think I'll agree with that. I would give this 3 too. I don't think it's the best game ever from 1982. But for what it is, it's a good bang for your buck. Yeah, I'll agree with him on that one.